We are back again to do the check-in for April for Pisces twin flame, and that's for both counterparts. That's for you as a cross-watcher of your TF and your TF. Now, I've picked the cards ahead of time and I've tuned into the energy. The frequency of Pisces at the moment is there's a lot of healing going on, okay? So this can be with... It can be impacting their employment. It can be that they're trying to mend fences, mend situations, sort things out, but they're gaining perspective. It can be also that they're staying up quite late at night. You potentially are looking at it as a cross-watcher and thinking that they haven't made their mind up, but the reality is, you know, a lot of times when there is this distorted frequency, hi Luciana, it's because perhaps in a prospective way, we've tuned into two ways this can go. That's like detachment's necessary from fearing that this isn't moving. And at the moment, what's coming through for Pisces is that some healing's coming. This can be, the energies can swap as well, obviously, because it's like 2 or 1. So you intuitively are doing similar things. I'm seeing sun frequency and I do feel Aries, but again, I'll tune into the sun energy through the astrology. So stay tuned for that. When I'm getting notes as I'm getting downloads psychically, I tend to write down notes and then I check into it when I'm doing my live sessions. One of the energies is where is the sun going to be placed moving through Aries, and I'm going to have a look at that for you guys. But it will be connected to dual energy, to collective energy, so to speak. I'm feeling as though they're doing work in the employment sector or whatever path they're moving towards. They're trying to gain balance, but I am feeling a meditated state. A method to the madness, but fatigue. And it can be, again, ascension symptoms. I'm feeling almost aches in the bones, feeling quite fatigued, feeling like they're actually overworking, underpaid, really getting tired by the process. Financially speaking, this can be coming through in their income sector of an aspect of where they invest, where they don't. And they're potentially saying right now that in the past, perhaps they were investing incorrectly, investing in incorrect paths and people. And again, the energies do swap. A lot of the healing does come from them actually detaching. Now, the detachment is of how things should be and how to perfectify things. It's like they're trying to correct things, but they feel it's all on their side of the fence. They're actually seeing the notion that potentially there were too many hands in the pie, that there was also influences of old egoic energy that was being purged. Now, again, I'll say it, the energies can swap. This, what's healing between you, is moving forward and knowing that healing will come, but not having to know everything of how it's going to come about. And again, I'm seeing moon. The moon frequency and the hangman position currently where you stand until you move to the next Libra moon energy, it will move upright where you'll have the insight. Now, at the moment, counterpart, if you're cross-watching for Pisces, you need to rest, you need to recoup. So if you're having some downloads, recoup, breathe, things are moving. Understand that you don't need to do anything to help this person say it's something they physically need to experience themselves. Although choices might be limited and passion might be limited in what they're directly dealing with right now, hi Mary, it's there for a reason. It's there to actually, what suppresses us liberates us, okay? So we tend to think that, you know, while you're doing X, Y, and Z, well, that's not moving towards your path. Sometimes those roads are blocked and we tend to feel no, there's no movement. The reason they're blocked is for us to live in that frequency, to show us a better way. So even if Pisces of a twin flame notion is feeling quite suppressed, it's there on a meditated state to help heal this so they never return to that way of being. Family at the moment can be quite toxic. There can be things that need to tie up. This can be the Karmic's children. You know, you potentially are detaching and knowing that this needs to be cleaned up on their side of the fence. This can be siblings. It can be karmic energies. It can be the people they're directly associating with. And interestingly enough, I do feel one counterpart, and this potentially could be the masculine, is detaching from particular friend groups, particular tribe mentality, really coming back to self and working on what they wish to move towards. Other people around them at the moment are showing them the way, and that's even at a toxic level, you know. So if there is toxicity around them in a sense of negative people, negative individuals, moving towards people that resonate with them more so, but detaching from people who no longer connect or will take them on that higher vibrational path. Cross watchers, potentially feminines. It might be you're quite afraid that, you know, because you can see a way something should be, that somehow there's something you need to do to assist it. There's lessons come external. Yes, from a projection point of view, we do help each other learn those things, but from a physical, codependent point of view, no, we can't. We can't actually make anyone do anything they don't want to do. But they do see if we lead by example. So although you might be a bit nervous that this is going to be a repeat cycle, even in separation, a lot of the healing does come. And then it's when you have filled that cup and you return, you're a different person to approach that from a different angle. What you're both not seeing is, you know, although there is going to be light at the end of the tunnel, but it's really trying to anchor that energy in and ground yourself. Where are the cards? There they are. I feel Pisces knows this. They know that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel, but they are fatigued. They're sort of hoping. So go with the flow, okay? Counterpart, try and go with the flow. There is a rainbow coming. They know the bigger picture of the situation. Interesting. Okay. Really a lot of confusion about how they're feeling right now. So even if you have no contact, it's due to that fact. You've got to listen. You know, sometimes, a lot of times, what's said and what's done is two different things. Again, the interesting thing is for cross watchers, the manifestation aspect is upright. The third eye is reversed. And this has been coming through all the readings. The ego stems from the third eye when imbalanced. Fair-based frequencies. And again, for your energy as a cross watcher, you know, it is something coming. Yes, intuitively you're getting the download and you're wondering, is there something I can do? Allow it to happen. Allow that frequency to unfold and trust in the process. It may be a frequency that you're nervous to, perhaps because of previous scenarios. But even for your clarification as a cross watcher, letting go is the key to the situation. You know, try and be in that peaceful energy, especially when you're tuning into it. They're not having enough time to rest, so they're not in their natural being. But when they do, reaching the point where it's going to reach the 10, it'll cross over to the 0 again as a restart button. This is where the detachment is necessary for them to sense what's going on. In a manifestation aspect, you've manifested some of these lessons to come through for each other. But seeking it is feeling it, not seeing it. So you've got to feel something. It doesn't matter if somebody's showing you something, if vibrationally they're not feeling it. So you need to allow that process to absorb into them energetically. They're going to be changing their focus moving through April. There is going to be a change of direction. This is something that's going to help them actually bring you vitality into their life, bring more balance, and it's number one. So the 0 degree in Libra moon is moving from that point to moving towards that frequency. So again, I am picking up it's directly after the next moon phase in the Libran frequency, and I'm seeing that rollover event. You're going to start seeing some changes happen. The balance will return, and again, you've got the wheel, almost like the Wheel of Fortune, just before the Fool card. So again, I'm correlating these two energies coming through probably in the last few months. They've been quite heavy, as well as the Moon and the Sun frequency of transitional states and changes that are coming through in the collective. On your side, cross watchers, they've got a heart chakra card. Pisces does, twin flames. You do as well, but it's in reverse. So your belief system may be blocking this because you're fearing something's not going to change. You may also not be seeing them, but see, seeing again is an egoic state. You need to vibrationally feel. And the listen isn't about hearing something. It's the vibration, sense. You've also got a lot of gold. Use your crown. Control, let go. Control, let go. Control, let go. It's not you're letting go of them. You're letting go of the outcome and how it's going to be. If you tune in too heavy, you block it. So just tune out and trust that whatever this is going on here, it's too sorted for balance. It looks messy. It does. But both of you individually have things you're sorting. By letting this person deal with it, where they're going to move towards is shining. But what you've got to get, and I am going to be doing a separate video, and I'm going to be talking about it from the masculine's perspective. And it is connected to the awakening process, the detachment. So after I've done these videos, during the month, I'm going to do live sessions in relation to that. It's so you can understand the process of what we go through in the journey and why certain things happen and what they look like, what they feel like, what the process is. There's a pause before movement, and that's because after all this energy that they're putting out in a sense of a manifestation, you know, by you detaching, it helps them deal with it. And this is a number 11. Detachers know that whatever is yours, if you set it free, it will always come back to you. You may feel left out in the cold, but that's behind you, okay? Moving forward, find peace in it. The only way you can bring love in is to find peace, but you need to find the inner peace first. The rebuild and a delay, it's going to be a tower moment first prior to the rebuild. Now, they potentially feel certain things aren't necessary to rebuild on your side of the fence, yet in their 3D life, they're trying to rebuild it. So that's the delay. Again, I do feel them coming to a place where they're going to do a little bit of shadow work, but I'm not feeling it in a negative way. I'm actually seeing it in quite a clarity-orientated frequency way. They're coming into duality. This is where, due to a circumstance that's going to happen on Pisces side, and again, the energies can swap. I do feel a love offer is coming in and it's going to be given. Wait for that to transition through. Potentially by the 3rd week, but again, don't get so set and concrete on time because time blocks it. Cross watchers, I feel you actually are waiting for this to come in. It's interesting. There's the tree with the apple, and I denote that to Adam and Eve. And it's interesting because this time frame very much is a 7, which again is about that rebuild and that change and things coming in. Again, it is base chakra, and that did come through in the general read. So make sure, for those of you who are waiting on your TF to move forward, that your physical foundation is correct, you know, not just theirs. Let them focus on that. You focus on your physical foundation, that you're safe, grounded, anchored in, and do some chakra work. The energy between you, balance is going to return. But both of you are doing heart chakra. And again, it's 1-4, which denotes coming into union. Try not to look at what you need to learn through this cycle. You can be going, okay, if we come back together, what are we going to learn this time? We're forever learning. Tune out of that. Both of you in the past are being hurt. Both of you have had times where heart chakra is shut down. Both of you tend to protect your heart due to that. You know, you get it and then it's gone. So it's like, do you open it? Do you not? Try and do some heart chakra work. You won't see it coming, but embrace what's coming. Again, I'm seeing the world and the sun as mentioned. So again, feminine energy, base chakra, manifestation, balance, Libra. There is a change coming. Now, the change of what's happening, your self-expression and communication, potential conversation coming through. And it's interesting. I pulled an extra card and both of you have heart chakra in reverse. You're being asked and tested to open your heart. Butterfly transformation. Again, base chakra. Your family might not have treated you the way that you felt you should be. Also, when it comes to it, your foundation you may be feeling isn't as stable as you'd like it to be. But the red as well, how do I put it? Butterflies denote transformation. You also have the energy of, you know, bringing something into manifestation with the yellow on the card. You can manifest this, but you need to open your heart and let the changes come through. So, you know, with that, you do have the energy of heart chakra work being needed, and it is fear-based frequency. Fear does not equal love. They're blockages. So the key to it is dealing with those to get balanced with the base chakra, which is safety, fight and flight. You know, am I going to be okay? What if they come in and what if they go? When you're in that frequency, well, that's what's going to happen. When you detach and you reshift the focus back on you, if you get the fear-based frequency coming up, look at it. That's the key to it. Look at it and go, okay, I don't want to go into a spiral. Maybe I need to address this area. Let me be kind to myself and say, okay, obviously I've been hurt in the past. How did that make me feel? And saying that to yourself is self-respect. And then say, okay, well, am I willing to open my heart to the situation, or do I need a little bit more time? And if you need a little bit more time, that's the time to do the work. Any questions? I'm telling you, YouTube is acting super funny today. What time do we have over there in NZ? What time is it all over the world, guys? Any questions for those of you who are here live while I'm here? No questions. Super quiet. (9:34 p.m) Well, do we want to do another one? Do we want to do another one, or should I wait? I can pre-record them if you don't want to be interrupted on your notifications. What are we wanting to look at? Jeez Louise. Gosh. Well, spiritually, I've been having a bit of an upgrade. So evening for me, which is usually super easy, with the ascension flow I've been getting, seems to be affecting me in the evening. Well, I can wait for the Libran one for tonight, which will be your AM. Because I do tend to find more people live at night time, but I've been really struggling lately to be awake at night time. It's been very difficult for me with my ascension symptoms. We can do, who have I got next? Okay, we have done Pisces for twin flame. We have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Did I do Capricorn? No. Okay, give me 5 and I will sage the cards and I will come back and we will do Virgo.